Okay, returning now to one of our top stories and the situation in Cuba, where we have learned that Air Canada is suspending flights to that country because of a shortage of jet fuel at the island's major airports. And they are going to be ferrying out Canadians who are in the country over the coming days. Going now to Cuba, Stephen Moore is one of the many Canadians who is looking to get out. Stephen, bit of a twist to the end of your vacation, I'd say.
Just a little bit, yes.
You had a return flight already scheduled for this evening. Is that going as planned?
As far as we know, it is going as planned. We haven't heard otherwise. We're getting ready to leave the resort in the next hour.
You just happen to be a travel agent yourself, so this might be mixing work and pleasure. Is your phone ringing off the hook with other travelers wondering how they may get home or if their vacation plans are in trouble?
Yeah, my cell phone bill is going to be a little high, I think, this time. A lot of people are worried about what's going on, but the clients that have already booked, and thankfully all of them have booked with travel insurance, so that was a little bit of a saving grace for the monetary end, but doesn't alleviate the stress of getting home.
And what are you seeing on the ground? We've been hearing over the past number of days and weeks about fuel shortages in Cuba, rolling blackouts in Cuba. Have you been seeing the impact at your resort?
At a resort, we haven't seen any of that. Outside of the resort, we've had a few instances where we had gone into town earlier and a lot of the shops were open. Now we're being told they're all being shut down. They've limited the amount of gasoline that anyone can buy at a given time to, I think it's 20 liters at a given time. And all those shops that you would usually go outside of the resort are no longer open.
Are kids going to school? Do people have enough fuel to cook meals?
There's a mass restriction on everyone outside of the resort. The priority is the resort and the tourists and trying to get us home. And other than that, we haven't talked to many of the locals, just that, they're fearful of what's going to happen. They're unsure, a lot of unknowns.
Stephen, last week we spoke to a couple that was at another resort in Cuba, and they were actually shuffled out of their resort to another hotel because there wasn't enough fuel to get workers to that resort. Have you seen other people from neighboring resorts come to your resort or any other impact where you are?
Yes, they have been consolidating all the resorts here on the island to the one. So they've upgraded a lot of people to nicer resorts, but they're trying to herd together everybody at local resorts so they can make sure that they have all the necessities that they need for their holiday. They are putting a priority on all the tourists.
Which you could understand because it's the huge economic driver on the island. We would be understandable if anxiety was running a bit high, if fuel was running out and your home was quite a ways away. How are people feeling that you're speaking to?
Everyone at this resort seems to be okay, just because Air Canada has been communicating with us and prioritizing us to get home. But I'm not going to lie, there's a lot of people here that are leaving in 3 or 4 days that are very fearful of when or if they'll get home. I mean, they will get home, but...
That's what they're saying? They're scared? They're scared that they can get out?
Yeah, that it'll work out. I mean, a lot of people are communicating with their travel agents. A lot of people are communicating with the airlines, but a lot of people are getting busy signals because everyone's trying to do that right now.
Stephen, there are political undertones to what's happening on the ground in Cuba right now. Is anybody talking politics?
The tourists are a little bit. I mean, obviously, it's, we only know what we can see here. There's a limit on all the news that you get while you're here. A lot of U.S. news doesn't come to the island, so we're only getting things on Facebook and what we can follow.
Listen, I hope that you get on that flight safely today, both you and your wife, and that everything is smooth and uneventful from here on in. If anything changes, though, please give us a call. We'd love to get the update.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much for your time.
Stephen Moore from Cayo Cruz, Cuba.